In late May, the Pokemon Company released one of the best products in their history in terms of value, the Pikachu and Zekrom Lead Battle Deck. Featuring 4 copies of the Stellar Wish Jirachi, it is more than worth the $25 asking price in US just for 4 copies of this. But that's in real life. In terms of how viable of a deck this is on PTCGO, I'd say overall, in one word, it is horrible. Because they wanted to make this rotation proof, you won't see any cards from Lost Thunder, mainly Electro Power and Thunder Mountain, 2 cards that absolutely make Pikarom a good deck. Additionally, and although there's 4 copies of Jirachi, you won't find a skateboard, so you're relying on your 4 copies of Switch and your 2 Mallow and Lana in order to get that out of the active, which isn't exactly ideal. The good news is that you can make any changes you want to this deck after you redeem the code, so you can add Electro Power, Thunder Mountain, Tapu Koko V, Bolton V, Zero Hora GX, a skateboard, Scoop Up Net, Speed Lightning Energy, or, literally any catcher effect, because this deck doesn't play a single catcher effect. I guess they figured you just use Tag Bolt or something and that would be your catcher effect, but there's no Pokemon catcher, there's no Great Catcher, there's no Boss's Orders, so whatever's in their active is what you're stuck hitting if you play this build. So although there are a ton of changes you could make to improve it, I will be taking the standard League Battle deck online and seeing how it performs. Alrighty, I might have whispered a little too much of that intro. I'm just a little worried about the echo coming back. Every time I think I fix it, it comes right back and you get that horrible echoing sound in the video sometimes. It's annoying. Let's see. Oh, the Ape Bomb. Awesome. I hopefully get to show it off. I doubt I will, but it's such a cool little card here. Yank out. For a single energy, discard random cards from your opponent's hand until they have 5 cards left. So against something like a mill deck that loves to have 10 to 20 cards in their hand, you can completely ruin them. So it's really good. It's a little bit worse than the Make 'em Pay Persian. That one, you get to choose which cards you discard, and you get to discard until they have 4, and it does like 20 damage. But this is a basic, and it's a monkey with a bound suite. So that's cool. And one of the most interesting things is that it's a Sun and Moon promo. As you may have guessed, it's a Pikarom deck, that's not good. As you may have guessed, the Sun and Moon era ended a long time ago, and yet we're still getting a Sun and Moon promo. So that's pretty cool. If you don't have a copy of Apom in your collection, I would highly recommend getting one, just because you never know what the future holds. We might get to a world where 10 card hands are the norm, and Apom can just help you figure out what to do against them. And I'm kind of glad I'm facing a Pikarom deck, and a Pikarom deck that is good, because you're going to see why the League Battle deck on its own is not great, and why you should make changes as soon as possible. Okay, so this isn't great, but I can research the entire hand away. I'm losing switch and tag switch, or energy switch and tag switch. That's bad. I don't want to attach. I'm just going to hope I get another energy. If you whiff a manual attachment with this deck, you're in trouble. So I have options here. I can just... what can I do? I don't think I can do what I need to do this turn. I could do something like Zapdos. No, I can't even get a Zapdos. Okay, well, I'll just Electromagnetic Radar, the Pokegear, and I don't want to get rid of a switch. But, what else do I have? This deck doesn't play Dedenne or anything, and that's not great. So you're just sort of seeing the deck fall apart a little bit. I think I'm going to have to switch into the Jirachi, but I'm down 1 switch already. The resources in this deck are kind of important. I'll blow this guy up first. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'll definitely attach to the Pikachu and Zekrom. The question here is, do I switch into the Jirachi? There's not really much of an advantage to doing that. I've already played my supporter for turn. I've already attached. I've already used Tapu Koko. If it wasn't for this in the deck would be completely useless. So I'm glad this is from Team Up and not Lost Thunder. But the problem with this deck is there's no Thunder Mountain. So you can't, like, if there was Thunder Mountain, I got it, I could have just full blitzed this turn, but there's no Thunder Mountain. So you're stuck just manually attaching. You can Tapu Koko. Yeah, there's Thunder Mountain. Great card. Electric Pokemon, their attacks cost 1 lightning less. Okay, well, I guess it was a good decision not putting the Jirachi up front because the Apom's about to get destroyed. And it doesn't really matter that they're taking these knockouts. The only issue is that a Tag Bolt could be very troublesome. And there's another card that makes this deck really good, Zero Aura GX. But a Tag Bolt could knock out my active and then soften up a benched one. So even if they attach to the active, they would have been fine because there's not a whole lot I can do. Without an Electro Power, I can't really knock this out. There's a Marnie, so I think I get... well, if this deck played Electro Power, I'd get the Vitality Band, maybe. Or no, I couldn't even get the Vitality Band because I don't have a supporter, so... I can attack with the Tandem Shock. It would be kind of an all-in play, because if they have a switch or... I mean, they play the Tag Call engine, so they have to have Mallow and Lana or something. So I think I just attach to the benched one. Yeah, this is not going to end well. I'm going to lose pretty quickly here. You know, in the Pikachu mirror match, it's pretty much whoever gets the first good attack is going to win. And I'll put 3 on the bench. And this is a Pikachu mirror match, and they're playing a good Pikachu, and I'm playing a bad Pikachu. So yeah, like I said at the beginning, make changes to this deck as soon as you can. Buy it in real life. Hopefully it's still $25 US. A lot of stores up the price on it. And if it's anything like the Ultra Necrozma battle deck from I think last year, the price is just going to go up. You know, the Ultra Necrozma deck was, I think, $25 when it launched as well. And then you look for it now, it's $50, $60, $70. And yeah, it's crazy. And there's Mallow and Lana. So it's a good thing I didn't use Tandem Shock, but this is going to hurt. See, another card that would make this deck a lot better. Dedenne. So that'll be bad. And does the League Battle deck play a stadium? I'm trying to recall if it plays a stadium. I don't think it does. So I think that Thunder Mountain's going to be staying there the entire game. So that helps them a lot more. There's more cards I wish this deck had. There's, Zero Aura, Speed Lightning Energy. The good thing is they're showing all of us what cards you need to put in a Pikachu deck to make it good. And there's a catcher effect. You're just card after every card in their deck is showing you why it's there. And since they played Electro Power, this is a knockout. There's not a whole lot I can do. I mean, I can take a knockout and make it respectable, but that's about it. It's just going to be, well, I mean, it's not necessarily game over. My win percentage is probably closer to, well, about 2%. This is only good if you have 4 electric energy in play, and even then it's not very good. There's Zapdos, there's Hoopa. How many abilities you got over there? 3 abilities, so you're doing, what, 70 damage? That's enough to knock out a Jirachi. Yeah, there's not a whole lot going on in this hand. Just like the Reshizard deck, this plays very thin lines of everything. Sure, I'll get the Zapdos. The Reshizard deck had 2 Reshizard and 1 Charizard and Braixen. This one, sure, why not? This one has 2 Pikarom and 1 Alolan Raichu and Raichu. So if this Pikarom survives, things could be kind of funny. Okay, never mind. Deck doesn't play Tool Scrapper, deck doesn't play Great Catcher, deck doesn't play Boss's Orders. I think when the Pokemon Company decided to make this deck and they made the decision to throw 4 Jirachi in there, they wiped their hands clean and said, that's good enough, they can figure it out from there. Because there's a whole bunch of stuff missing from this deck. And I'm not even talking about the stuff from the current format that's rotating. And that's bad. You know, I'm talking about cards from, like, there's nothing from Rebel Clash in here. There's no Boss's Orders, unfortunately. There's a Bolton. That's not in here either. So, Pikarom has 20 health left, and it's paralyzed. That is literally the only card I wanted to see right now. Well, I guess Vitality Band, but... yeah, there's still no way I win this, but it's kind of funny. Oh man. When's the last time you ever saw someone use Rotom Bike for 6 cards? Draw until you have 6 cards in your hand and your turn ends, but look at this. That's pretty cool. Zacian V Who is way better than Intrepid Sword, right? Except that they can just win right here with they'll just retreat. Well, they could have just retreated. They know they could have retreated. They just wanted to switch because they could. And oh geez, okay. Yeah, that was a bad game. I'll see if I can actually let's see if I can do this. I will open in Deck Manager. I will expand it. They're playing the full art Dedenne, that's why, and the full art Bolton, so that's why they're grayed out. I have the other versions. So yeah, here's a look at what you should be adding. Bolton V, Eldegoss V, maybe. Depends what you want. Dedenne GX, yes. Zeraora GX, yes. The Marshadow is good in case someone puts down a Chaotic Swell and you want to put down your Thunder Mountain. So you get Marshadow, remove the Swell, and then put down your Thunder Mountain. And the Mew is great in the mirror match. That stops your opponent's Tag Bolt. Let's see what else we got here. They have the Great Catcher, 100% you want that in there. Tag Call, yeah. I mean, it helps you get your tag teams, your Pikarom and your Alolan Raichu and Raichu. But, I mean, it's really up to you. Do you find 4 Quick Balls enough? If not, then play Tag Call and play at least a couple of tag team supporters. And then down at the bottom, Big Charm just helps Pikarom get a little bit more HP because at 240, I think that's tied for the lowest for a tag team. Or no, the Baby Trio has a little bit less? I don't know. 240 isn't that much though. And then there's also Skateboard and Speed Lightning. So yes, play something like this. Don't play the League Battle deck. Make these changes. I'll go to game 2 and maybe I can steal a win or something. I don't know if PTCGO has something against me right now, but one second, I'll just flip for this. Definitely want to go first. The deck struggles mightily to get the... Actually, I think it's impossible to get the turn 1 full blitz with this game, or with this deck. But yeah, I think PTCGO has something against me. The first game 2 I tried to film was just another Pikarom mirror match. I didn't think anyone wanted to see that, so I conceded. The second game 2 I tried to play was against Lost March. But my opponent, they took the full 30 seconds at the beginning of the game, and the game automatically conceded for them because they took too long. I thought it would have been fun to see me just absolutely lose to Lost March, but that didn't happen. I'd like a Quick Ball or a Ooh, Electromagnetic Radar is also a thing. Okay, so I at least know that I have one Pikarom in the deck. If I do this, I'm basically, yeah, sure. Apparently the deck plays a ton of supporters. So I can get rid of some. I can get rid of a Pokegear and supporter. They're probably going to Marnie me. Do I want 2 Pikarom or do I want a Choo-Choo and a Pikarom? Let's get one of each. You know, don't forget that Choo-Choo's in the deck. I guess Zapdos should go down. I mean, the deck barely plays any Pokemon, so it's not a huge deal. It's not like I have to worry about bench space too much. And I at least kept a Marnie, so if they get a hand of 10 cards, I can just Marnie them. And if I had to guess, I'd say this is Zacian. Good news is that Sun and Moon electric type Pokemon have a metal resistance of 20. Oh. So Zacian V has a tough time knocking out a Pikarom, but... Oh wait, are they going to attack with Mawile? Anyway, Zacian V has a tough time knocking out Pikarom, but Pikarom has a tough time knocking out Zacian. So we'll see what happens. Are they seriously going to get a knockout on my Jirachi? Don't do it. Don't be that person. There's a Zacian V. Okay. The Mawile, it's not bad now because of Metal Saucer and Galarian Berserker. I'm definitely going to build a deck at some point. It lets you fill up your opponent's bench with basic Pokemon. Wily Bite is very weak. Big Eater is, I mean, you kind of have to plan for it with like Peking Red Card. But if you manage to use Captivating Wink to get like a few to Denny or something, oh, that's just mean. So, oh, what? Oh, as I just dissed the card. Okay, so give me a support. Oh, jeez. Why wouldn't you go for the knockout? Come on, don't be that person. There's a Marnie. Okay. There's no use using Switch into Zapdos. I don't. Well, actually, maybe there is, because a full Blitz can't knock out a Mawile, which is kind of sad. Yeah, I guess I Thunderous Assault the Mawile and just hope they don't have any healing or anything. Okay, this is horrible. Yeah, the Electromagnetic Radar is useless. Well, you can't Big Eater again. Okay, so I'm going to... I don't know if I want to bench the Pikarom. My next turn is basically going to be not great. They'll probably just Intrepid Sword. Yeah, Wily Bite doesn't really do anything. I might reset stamp them. Oh, that is horrible. Okay, there's a switch. That's decent. I'm actually going to be... You know, an Electro Power here would be great. But, I mean, if I'm going to research, then I may as well switch into it anyway. If I put the Pikarom down, the Mawile can knock out the Zapdos, and that would be not great. So, yeah. Alright, it plays an Air Balloon. Okay, that's interesting. How much energy? What is going on? Why don't I have any energy? The deck plays like, what, 11? I guess I have to get the Pokegear because I don't have... I really hope I have some supporters left in the deck. Oh, right, I screwed that one up. I shouldn't have done that. Alright, and the Vitality... Oh, man, I had the knockout and I completely beefed it. Okay, I guess I just pass. That's disappointing. I should not have done that. I had the knockout. I didn't see it. You know, I'm unfamiliar with this deck. I'm used to Electro Powers and Escape Boards and Scoop Up Nets. I'm not used to Air Balloon and Vitality Band in a Jirachi deck because Air Balloon reduces the retreat cost by 2, but if you're asleep, you can't retreat. So I'm not used to that. I'm used to, oh, it would have just been an Escape Board and I would have been perfect. Okay, so the Hoopa can knock out a Jirachi, but I don't have a way of capturing the Jirachi. So this is about as bad as it could get. Sure, why not? Okay, so how much damage are you doing? You're doing 30, 50, sure, you're taking the knockout. You want to take a knockout? Go for it. You're going to get knocked out in return. But hey, on the bright side, it'll put an energy in the discard pile. Apparently energy is impossible to find right now. I might have to Rotom Bike next turn. So if I have to Rotom Bike next turn, is it worth using Ordinary Rod? I mean, what's the point of Ordinary Rod in the deck anyway? Just to put Lightning back? Because you're playing a tag team deck. And you have a max amount of Jirachi. You know, I guess if you want to reuse Zapdos and Hoopa, you're sure one of, but Ordinary Rod doesn't make a ton of sense in here. And I mean, neither does the Apom. I mean, this makes no sense. What synergy does it have with Pikarom? They just wanted to find, you know, we have a promo Apom that we haven't released yet. It's 6 months after Cosmic Eclipse. We got to find a spot for it. Let's just put Apom in there. This could be good. My hand was pretty bad. You know, don't get me wrong. I like the Apom, and I can do some things. They have to take a knockout. There's Brave Blade. How many switch am I down? I think I'm down 3 switch, right? 3 switch. The air balloon is somewhere in the deck. So I think I just put the Zapdos up front and do 10 damage, which could actually be relevant. Unless this is something. Erica's Hospitality. You're definitely going to make a comeback post-rotation. So I may as well do this first. Sure. And that didn't really do much. I think I'll just quick ball for the Tapu Koko, because there's literally nothing else that I need in the deck. The bad news here is that they're going to be on 3 prizes. So all they have to do is knock out 1 tag team and that's game. I mean, benching the Jirachi doesn't really hurt me in any way, shape, or form because... Oh, wait, 0? Okay, so it does... Oh, it's 30 less damage. I forgot. I kept thinking about the other effect of the attack, or of the tool, which is something like Dragon Ball VMAX can't put damage counters on it. I forgot about the other effect. Okay, so they got a switch. Zacian plays a ton of switch. And they're gonna Stellar Wish for bosses. Okay. Oh man. You know, I had the knockout on the Mawile a turn earlier, but I don't think it mattered too much. I think I was gonna lose either way. Probably just gonna grab the Pikarom, right? That's 210. I mean, I can full blitz. That's... Oh, hello. I guess I'm Mallow and Lana, but any amount of damage left on this Pikarom is bad. If I Erika's Hospitality... Sure, I'll Erika's Hospitality, see what happens. I was going to say, if I get Air Balloon Tag Switch, that's perfect. So I think I hit into it with the Zapdos. Oh, the retreat cost is still 1. Okay, so I want to attach that there. Retreat into you. And Thunderous Assault. And hopefully... okay, so that Pikarom, I might never attack with that Pikarom. I mean, if they have another bosses, that would be game anyways. Retreating, that's good. They probably have 2 Metal Saucer in their hand or something. But, I mean, technically I should have tag switched from the Pikarom to the Choo-Choo, just because the Pikarom only has 30 health left. But if they knock out the Pikarom, that's pretty much game anyways. Because to use Lightning Ride GX, you have to switch it. It's not like you may switch. You have to switch it with one of your bench Pokemon. I guess the only way you wouldn't... Oh, that's bad. So the benching of the Jirachi. Remember when I said a few minutes ago, oh, there's no reason not to bench the Jirachi? Clearly, I just got punished for it. So my opponent is going to own me if they have... Well, they need a big combo here. That's the thing. They need energy, saucer, switch, boss's orders, and I don't think they can do that with what's in their hand. And there's a research, so I mean, if they have Great Catcher, they can still do it. They need saucer, switch, Great Catcher, energy, game. And is it going to be an Intrepid Sword? And I live another turn? Why didn't they Intrepid Sword? That's weird. Okay, so because there's no catcher effect in this deck, I'm definitely going to lose. So I think I just tag switch from the Pikarom to the Raichu. You only need 5, right? It only needs 5, so I'll do that. Is there any supporters even left in my deck? Probably not. I can Mallow and Lana. I mean, I can take this knockout. It doesn't really help me. Is my reset stamp down? It is. I mean, there's no way this ends well for me. I'll just switch. I'm gonna lose. Sure. Knocking out the Jirachi, maybe it makes it a little tougher for them, but I can't Lightning Ride unless I get an energy. So, and they can easily buy another turn because I don't have a catcher effect, so, you know, maybe they just draw absolutely horribly the rest of the way here. But wait, how many hit points does the Mr. Mime? It has 80. So I can win. If they draw absolutely nothing, I can win. Ignore the well played. They don't got it. They don't got anything. Oh geez. Okay. Let's do 5. Oh geez. Yeah. You're seeing why other decks are so good. So yeah. If you bought this deck in real life because you saw that it's such a good value, and then you redeem the code online, and you're wondering if you should just play it as is, no. Do not play the Pikarom battle deck as is. Make changes. I already talked about them earlier. To make those changes, improve the deck, and then you'll start winning. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.